Hello and welcome to Joy News Today. Coming up, we bring you exclusive details of how 2 children were found dead in a vehicle at a mechanic workshop at Alajo here in Accra. We'll hear from some eyewitnesses.
For me, I suspect that they are being poisoned because the way I saw them lying down is...
Be a doctor, mommy. Pakro, yes, I need dear. But Dima Wankasa. I say, my dear.
Also, Electoral Commission blamed for chaotic confirmation of the president's nominee for MCE, Ernest Arthur, who has finally been confirmed. We'll bring you the EC's response to the Assembly members' accusations. An MPP charged to stop receiving money from party wigs, big wigs, under the guise of financing the party following accusations of inducement by some party members. There's business, sports, world news, and some show business as part of this package. My name is Mama Vioswabwaji. Stay with us. Now, Joy News has secured exclusive details of how 2 3-year-olds were found dead in a car at a vehicle repair workshop at Alajo here in Accra. Residents have been gripped with fear following the incident last Friday. The Ghana Police Service says it has begun investigations into circumstances leading to the death of the children. My colleague Manuel Cranting visited the area this morning and sent this report.
We decided to go to the police station to report the case. But when we went there, we were just there and we had a call that they have found the kids, that we should come, but the kids are dead. At least I was very shocked, so I ran back to the house. But when I came, and it's true, the kids are dead, lying inside a car. And their mouth was with foam and mixed with blood. I didn't understand that issue, so we called the police to come to our rescue. So that's when the police came and came to take them away to the police hospital. Yeah. No. Things like this doesn't happen here. So I was kind of very shocked because they always play around. They always play around. We have kids around, they play around together, always. So there's nothing like that. You understand? Yeah. There's nothing like kid missing here or something like this. I think this is the first time that I've experienced this kind of thing. Yeah.
What do you suspect?
For me, I suspect that they are being poisoned because the way I saw them lying down, it's not something like they struggle or it's something that I don't know. I think it's poison because there's foam coming out from their mouths. You understand? So I think somebody have killed them. Yeah, I'm very, very sure that somebody have killed them and just brought them to the car for people to know that maybe it's heat or something like that. But I don't think it's heat. Yeah.
In Chile, Ubia, a dano kran, a colonial and a yashan kran, sadano. Oma pake, castle, cars back, okula, accident car, omuyi engine, nuclear to form. Ah, Nejuma, phone, you know, Chahuashia. Can the crana and a colony demukuran, Nejuma, phone be crana, almost to the Chiricano, can the cram, me cramiko ginaho, me friend is say be a no she baby. Ti my friend said the baby or Timin car or beba. Ah, baby as in a saka na or moye juma hono, dear Ben and Nacolani shim, you'll be our one. If you say Colani say, Mushima, Satam no Mushima, Omuyan Colabem Kushimanka, Omano Mujinja, Hono Moya can, and Combe Hum Colano, a you woman. If you crank Combe Woman Sakake, Akasa and Colabin a good can. Just a ye now, a quayan colana fast so muko good can when a ye now. If he says a heat in a chin colana, Ed Daya, Ombe said no mudaka ni mununka, and manasa. Ah, Moja, among pop was Munina, Danny Mujane, sit no modasono. A Mujana, a huro, a munina, a huro or mano. Na media bemane, then him a Mojano, a ye now want, yet a suspect say. Beer, na you will be, and I almost saw. Akuma Swankasa, me nyina oya kwala bia me a me hwehwe ne daachi a woyɛ obrimpon bi ma me pa fi sɛ woda makoma so pa bia nanka woyɛ doctor ma me fi sɛ wohwɛ no kura na oyi ni petitru bia wo ba fi sɛ nadwe mu da ho osua nso ne ni ye nyina se pani bi saa Pakro yes ani die odi me wankasa asema die.
So that was mother of one of the children found dead in that vehicle in Alajo. Director of Public Affairs at the Ghana Police Service, DSP Alexander Obeng, tells Joy News the bodies of the two children have since been deposited at the morgue while it begins investigations into the matter. He, however, charges parents to keep a close watch on their children to avert such unfortunate cases.
I think the relatives reported the incident to the police. The police have also engaged the affected family, particularly the parents, and investigation is still ongoing. We're also admonishing parents to ensure that we give the maximum security to our children by all the time knowing where they are, what they are doing.
Now, the Electoral Commission is this morning being blamed for the chaos that characterized the election of the president's nominee for Cape Coast, MCE Ernest Arthur Sunday. Ernest Arthur had been rejected twice by the assembly members, but had one more chance to secure 2/3 of the total votes cast. Although Mr. Arthur polled 45 out of the 63 total votes cast to get the nod, the voting process saw quite a bit of chaos. Richard Kojunyako was there for Joy News.
After being rejected twice and the president renominating him, it became a cocktail of issues. While one group felt that he should be allowed to go through, others felt they should reject him for the third time. The assembly members got summoned and the event venue, the Center for National Culture, became the center of action. Voting got underway, and this time, the paramount chief of the Ogwa traditional area, Osabre Makwesiata, with his entourage was present to monitor the process. The security presence needed no mentioning as they were on hand to deal with any unfortunate occurrence. The voting was over, and the sorting was underway. The MP for Cape Coast, George Kweku Rickett Hagan, walked up to the counting arena, and that was where the chaos erupted.
We are at the Center for National Culture here in Cape Coast. The elections to confirm the president nominee for the Cape Coast Metro Assembly is underway. The assembly members are done voting, but when it just got to the counting, we saw that the MP for Cape Coast South went to protect the ballot, and this erupted the confusion we are witnessing here. There is a struggle to protect the ballot here, and so you can see the paramount chief of the Ogwa traditional area is here, and other people. The security personnel are here in their numbers. They are trying to ensure that sanity prevails here.
In the midst of that, an unidentified person snatched some of the ballot papers and took to his heels. The chaos heightened. The EC nonetheless went ahead to count the ballot papers. Out of the 63, the EC declared 45 yes and 18 no. And the yes vote meant the president's nominee had been confirmed. This assembly member was highly disappointed.
The whole thing was cordial. We agreed to be here, and we are all here. The process is that we requested that we have an agent. The whole box, they started sorting out without any agent, which we found it unlawful. You see, afterwards, a whole lot of things happened, you see, and somebody snatched some of the ballot papers. We didn't even know the number. We didn't know what was going on. Everything was messed up. And we blame the EC for all this. We blame the EC for all this. I'm really disappointed.
Okay, so what we saw was that when it came to the sorting and then the counting. We saw the MP for Cape Coast South go up there. He was ostensibly going to do what?
Now, he personally requested from the PM that he needed to be present during the sorting and the counting. That is why you saw the MPs going up there. It was agreed that they need to be there. That is why you saw the Oman Hinitu. Oman Hinitu wanted to make sure that this election should be fair and reflect to the people of Cape Coast.
His counterpart called for the arrest of the person that snatched the ballot papers.
So we were curious. Why will he do that just after counting has ended? So we all went there to go and inquire.
Was it before counting or after counting?
That was before counting. When we went there to inquire, he said he is an agent. But as assembly members, we never met to appoint anybody to represent us as our agent. So he had no locus going near the ballot papers. Nothing of that sort. Are you getting me? So he started the whole confusion. And then suddenly we saw the MP for Cape Coast South, Kweku Rekitagin, also climbing up. One, he is not the candidate. He is not the nominee who is being confirmed. He is only an assembly member and he's an ex-official member of the assembly who has no voting right. And so you just cannot understand why he will climb up there. For what purpose? So we asked them to, get him down. Then all of a sudden when sorting was being done, we saw one bodyguard of the MP, Kweku Rekitagin's bodyguard, jumped to the platform in an attempt to take away some of the ballot papers, but he failed.
Ernest Arthur was later sworn into office to serve for the second term. He had this to say.
It's a mixed feeling. It's a mixed feeling.
Well, the Cape Coast Metropolitan Electoral Officer Richard Asenso told Israel Lai the EC cannot be blamed for the chaos.
Those who were seated could see what was happening on the table. Then the Ugwa also joined us on the stage, and then MP for Cape Coast South, Mr. Rekitagan, also joined us. So we were doing what we call reconciliation counting, checking to make sure that the number of ballots in the box were the same as the number of people who were ticked or marked to vote yesterday. So after we had done the reconciliation, we started sorting out the ballots into yes, no, and then the rejected ballot. Then all the confusion started as to we were actually focused on the ballot. So I can't pinpoint exactly who started it, but I could see some people belonging to the side of the NC nominee confronting the Cape South NP about his presence there. So I can't actually I tell what exactly started the whole thing because we are so much focused. Some of the no ballots, most of them, I was holding that ballot. It was taken from me in my presence, those no ballots. We had done the reconciliation counting, and we had gotten 63 ballots, which was equal to the number of people who came to vote. Then we have sorted them into yes and no. There was no rejected ballot. Then we started counting. Then somebody came from behind me and snatched the no ballot. So I was left with only 4 of the no ballots in my hands. The rest were snatched away.
Meanwhile, 2 minority members of parliament in Cape Coast have rejected Sunday morning's confirmation and swearing in of the MCE. The 2, George Kweku Rekitagan, MP for Cape Coast South, and Dr. Kwamena Menta Nyako, MP for Cape Coast North, say the process was embarrassing and one that was deliberately orchestrated to confirm Ernest Arthur at all costs. They addressed a press conference.
People. Cape Coast by nature is a peaceful town with peaceful people. We cannot have this tag here running the show and doing criminal things to stay. I am alerting the whole of Cape Coast. The danger this tug and a starter presents. And if care is not taken, and this issue is not addressed, and re-election or cancelling of the election does not happen, Nana Osabema, this man presents a danger to Cape Coast. People of Cape Coast and the starter present a danger to all of you. I don't want a situation where one day somebody will return my stone that I said it. If care is not taken, Osabema, if you allow this guy to continue doing the things he's doing, thinking he can buy everyone here, we will not have the peace that we so cherish.
That should the next one come on and he goes in this tangent, we also advise ourselves. And I'm saying that again. We are warning Mr. Asenso that should such act go on again, we will advise ourselves. Fourthly, we were happy the presence of the Osaberima was going to make things more easier. It took a different turn. His presence did not really add up to the people conforming to the procedures for which reason these elections were held. I am highly disappointed in the presiding member, Nanaoku, who is equally a Santa and my mate in Addis Ababa. I thought our school gave us some values, and I was expecting him to exhibit those values. Unfortunately, he behaved abysmally. He couldn't even fathom how the procedure should go, for which reason this election has been flawed. We, myself, the assemblyman here, and my senior colleague, reject these results. We want the right things to be done, and we are asking that appropriate stakeholders will come in and ensure that the right thing has been done. We don't have anything against Ernest. What we have is against the process for which elections were done. And on that note, we reject the results. Thank you very much.
Well, let's continue to stay in Cape Coast a while longer because President Akufo-Addo says governments would operationalize the Commander Sugar Factory in the first quarter of 2022. He says government would do everything possible to make sure that the funds injected into the project would not go waste. He was speaking on the first day of his two-day tour of the Central Region. Richard Kojonyako, our Central Regional correspondent, joins us live for more. Richard, bring us up to speed on the president's activities in the region so far.
So the president started his tour in the Central Region with an interview at Eagle FM. Eagle FM is based at the Cape Coast Technical University. So the president spoke on a wide range of issues. And let's start off with the Commander Sugar Factory. The president said that when they came, they did some valuation and they saw that the project was overvaluated. And so they worked around the clock to ensure that they still put that project into some good use. He also said that they decided to engage some strategic investors, and the strategic investor engaged. They realized that the strategic investor did not meet the condition precedent, and so they had to cancel that kind of contract. And so now they have worked on everything, and he is confident in the Trade Minister, Alan Chairman, saying per the arrangement in 2022, the first quarter of 2022, that project will be operationalized. In fact, he laughed off the approach used by his predecessor, Mr. John Mahama, that he went for some funds and then started a project and then left off the project and said that he was waiting for another fund to actually look for raw material production.
And Richard, what would the president be doing next?
Well, so currently he's inspecting some projects at the Cape Coast Technical University. From there, he will be going to the Ascent North, Ascent Central, and the Ascent South to inspect some road projects and other projects that the president has been recounting they have done in the Central Region. In fact, he also spoke about some development projects that, when Mr. Mahama came to the central region, he indicated that the president should come here, the residents should ask him what kind of project he has initiated in the region. And so he also started recounting some of the major projects. He began with the 1D, 1F project, and then went to the road projects that are currently ongoing. And so it's a 2-day tour. So after the tour today, the president will continue the tour tomorrow.
And that's our Central Regional Correspondent, Richard Kojonyako, bringing us more as the president tours that region. Now, political scientist at the University of Ghana, Professor Achuaye, has charged the NPP to stop receiving donations from key party bigwigs under the guise of contributing to support the party's finances. According to Professor Aye, the practice amounts to vote buying and, if not checked, could discredit the outcome of votes garnered from party faithful in any electoral process at the party level. Some aspiring presidential candidates since the beginning of the NPP's Regional Delegates Conference have doled out various sums of money to the party at the regional and constituency levels as part of contributions to support the party's finances. Former Energy Minister Boakye Ejako has committed 10,000 cedis to each of the 16 regions. Vice President Dr. Mahamudu Bawumia has also committed 20,000 cedis each to the region and 2,000 cedis to the 275 constituencies, while his closest contender, Alan Kweju Chemating, has also donated 10,000 cedis to each of the 16 regions. Party members have described the donations as a form of inducement and should be discouraged. Governance think tank and political scientist at the University of Ghana, Professor Achuaye, could not agree more.
As you know, money is very important in politics. It's usually referred to as the mother's milk of politics. And of course, over the years, these things have happened. People have made donations to their parties. But the argument is that why are they making the donations? Why? So they want to more or less try to put themselves in an advantageous position so that when nominations are open, of course, they have already done their work. They've already tried to help the party, and that will influence the delegates. So it's a very important issue which we must look at. And I think that we should be looking at the drivers of monetization. If you look at the system, we are having a lot of these things, party primaries, delegates, conferences, and all that. So people are just trying to make sure that they put themselves in an advantageous position so that as the nominations are opened, why not? They have already given money to the party. But I think that it is the beginning of vote buying. It's a clear case of the beginning of vote buying, even though individuals may not have benefited. The party is benefiting. And even within at the regional level, those things that they have provided will benefit a few, maybe the chairman and the secretaries, the regional chairman, the regional, secretaries.
Well, former President John Dramani Mahama has taken his thank you tour to the Volta region. Our correspondent Ivy Satoji joins us with some more details on the former president's tour. Ivy, what has former President Mahama been up to in the Volta region?
Hello?
Hi, Ivy, if you can hear me, I'm asking you what the former president has been up to.
Okay, so the former president is in the Volta region and he's been talking to the people of Asomik. They told them that when the NDC, if the NDC comes back to power, they will make sure that the elections are fair and transparent, and also they will make sure that all the promises they've made to the people of the Volta region are fulfilled. They will also make sure that most of the wrong things that were done in the past will be corrected. He also said that the advice from the Commissioner of Asomik, then which was not taken lightly by the NCC, this time around, they realize their mistakes and they will take his advice. And they hope that the voter region, the people of the voter region, will rally beside them and help them to come back to power in 2024 so that they can have a better Ghana.
And Ivy, so the president is currently in Ho, correct?
Yeah, so ex-President Mahama is currently in Ho at the Assembly Park, where he's addressing the chief and people of Actor State. From here, he will go and meet the religious leaders at Bokoji, still in Ho, and then from there, he will run it up at he will make some of the party leaders also at the Ho Technical University for district.
All right, Ivy Setoji, Volta Regional Correspondent, thank you very much. Former president is also due to grant a live interview. We'll bring you all the update and subsequent bulletins. You're watching Joy News today. We take a breather. We will be back with more.
Hi, good afternoon. Welcome to Business. My name is Darryl Kwao. More oil marketing firms are expected to start adjusting fuel prices at the pumps beginning today. It's coming after industry giant Total increased the price of diesel and petrol by a little over 4% a litre to 6 cities, rather 80 pesos. Meanwhile, energy strategist Dr. Yusuf Suleimana is urging government to do more to cushion consumers.
Oil prices are still rising, and they are rising very fast. So we have to balance the two. Increment of 7% and taking up of this stabilization limit, is it able to balance? I doubt that it's going to balance. It's going to be very difficult for consumers to stand a chance to benefit. But I think government could still look at other taxes like SPT and then the rest. But overall, I think the move is a positive one, and we must commend the government for that, because this is difficult. That is possible for the government to do. Look at the taxes and make sure that the taxes are minimized. When the taxes are minimized, what will happen is that it will lubricate the economy. Consumer spending has to be enhanced. If consumer spending is not enhanced, we're going to find ourselves in a difficult situation. That's what we are having now. So removing the taxes, I think, would be an excellent thing to do. And if you look at other taxes, just to help balance. Other than that, they could reduce the taxes, and then the international fronts may not allow consumer to benefit. And I think that is what is going to play out now.
In other news, the Executive Director of Coalition for Maternal Health and Citizen Empowerment, Mahama Salam, has called on government to adopt policies through the Planting for Food and Jobs initiative to promote indigenous Ghanaian foods to help the sector produce quality, healthy foods. Speaking at the International Rural Women's Day celebration organized in collaboration with Action Aid in Kenya's No. 2 in the Ahafo region, he said such policies will inure to the benefit of farmers and serve as a boost to produce more and improve the standard of living of smallholder women farmers. Precious Semevo has more.
Food is expected to provide nutrients to help the body function, but the reverse seems to be the case with some recent food varieties. These, according to experts, are due to the chemicals involved in the cultivation of farm produce. At the International Rural Women's Day celebration in Kenya's No. 2 in the Ahafo region, under the theme Preserve and Promote Indigenous Food Varieties to support rural women to cultivate good food for all, women farmers prepared indigenous foods which they say are healthy for the human body. Executive Director of Coalition for Maternal Health and Citizen Empowerment, Mahama Salam, called on the government to adopt policies to promote indigenous Ghanaian foods.
We want the government to adopt this indigenous foods promotion. By so doing, they will have to provide organic manuals so that of the chemicals will be reduced, because the chemicals actually makes most of these foods poison, and when we eat, it have health effects. So if the government adopt it and come out with policies that will actually lead to the benefit of these farmers, so that they can have the strength and then the energy and the resources that they need to produce.
He insists it will also reduce poverty and improve the standard of living of smallholder women farmers.
In Ghana here, I understand in some of the places you go there, organic foods are very high because of its positive effect. So if farmers have resources to produce, then we can get market for it and they will get income. And this poverty that we are talking about, it will actually reduce and improve the living standards of our rural women.
Aivo Clementina, secretary of the Afro-Regional Smallholders Women Farmers Movement, said they are encouraging people to plant more indigenous food seeds, but more needs to be done by the government.
You have to put these things inside their year plans so that we can talk to farmers. And with the farmers, smallholder women movement people are teaching people, we are convincing people to go back to our olden days. For that one will help them. So we are doing it to promote what our forefathers do.
Brong Ahafo Regional Programs Officer of Action Aid Ghana, Yawase Boatin, said they would continue to support activities including agroecology aimed at helping to mitigate the impact of climate change.
Now, 500 managers and owners of small businesses have been taken through innovation and digitalization training in a quest to save over 6,000 jobs that are shifting towards the use of technology. The initiative by the Ghana Enterprises Agency and German Development Corporation under the Invest for Jobs program is aimed at helping the beneficiaries to be equipped with modern trends of doing business and increase sales. Joy Business spoke to some beneficiaries.
The training has really impacted in our business. Now, initially we were marketing our products only by transportation and the physical presence. But now, with the digitalization, we have all the social media handles and all digital platforms that we market our product, like website.
Has sort of empowered us digitally. And now we can sell online, we can take money online. You know, it's so interesting. And prior to that, we're not having knowledge concerning creating your own questionnaire to see how which of your products were doing well in the market. Now we were giving training to this respect, and this once a while we do these questionnaires and we send it around to our customers. Then they give us some feedbacks which sort of which are improving our business, you know.
Joining this digitalization training is really impacted. I mean, to be able to reach out to a lot of people. I mean, using e-platforms to do a lot of things. Sales has been generated. I mean, more people are becoming more aware of us. And, you know, the response time to even do deliveries, I mean, has even been faster.
And that's business for now. More news on our website, myjoyonline.com/business. More coming up on the marketplace at the top of the hour. Up next, though, is sports.
Hello, time now for sports on Joy News today with me, Muftar Nabila Abdullah. President of the Ghana Football Association, Kate Okreko, has charged the Black Queens to secure victory over Nigeria and book a place in next year's African Women's Cup of Nations. Earlier today, the Black Queens left the shores of the country to Nigeria, and they will be coming up against the Super Falcons on Wednesday.
Now, given the level of preparation in Samunya, the first session, Pram Pram, then to Nigeria, back to Pram Pram, and then back here, Hotel her. I believe Samunya, very good preparations. For a bit, Nigeria in the past. Indeed, yes, we have our problems in the past. But all of us have a fresh platform to give each other more problems. But I believe, say, the quality of players I all have will be enough for us to win against Nigeria. Sure. When we go into a game to play for one another, to support one another, send me Libya America. In good times, when the going is very good for us. in challenging moments, when a game is tough for us, when we stay together, we will win. You see that when we stay together, we will win. The second nasi no say unyano never go yimana encouraging. But Titian encouraging. The baby, come on, let's go. And it will work. It works. Cape Coast and in Harare. Same, when we stay together and when we believe in each other, when we cover ourselves, we will win. We are strong. They're very strong. And you saw it. And I'll urge all of you to take inspiration from the 2 victories of our Black Stars. But I trust, say, we are in the right way. Preparations. We've been praying a lot, I know. The right levels of support.
In swimming, the 14th African Canoe Championship ended over the weekend as South Africa was named the best nation after winning 57 medals in the seniors and juniors categories. Joy Sports' Haruna Mubarak was there and filed this report.
The Continental Tournament, which saw Ghana host 42 countries in Accra, finally came to an end at the Bukom International Pool on Sunday. Over 300 swimmers participated in 43 events in the 7-day championship. Ghana Swimming Association President Mrs. Delphina Quay is happy the tournament is over without any major hiccup.
It's been fun, but we are still relieved it is over. I mean, you work for a while, you need to rest. And finally, today is the last day. And we are ecstatic that this also happened in Ghana. For us, it's unprecedented. It's never happened before to host both juniors and seniors together on one platform. So for us, we think we've done well. We've done what hasn't been done before, and we have been used as test trials to do this, and we really pulled it off. So we are happy.
Mohamed Diop is the Secretary General of CANA, and he believes Ghana has lived up to expectation.
Yes, we're very happy. First, because it is in the difficult time, in the COVID pandemic, it's not easy to organize some things. And also, the federation decided to combine junior and senior championships. Why it will a difficult challenge, but the Federation of Ghana organized this competition, and we have satisfaction.
His thoughts were echoed by the swimmers as well.
Ghana's obviously a different atmosphere, a different weather change. It's completely different than Egypt, but it was easy to cope and adapt to the weather changes here, and it was pretty, we can say, entertaining. Having a different culture, a different society was pretty interesting.
Do you like our food?
Yes, although I'm not a fan of spices, but it was quite tasteful, yes.
Okay, compared to Seychelles. And to be honest, I like my Seychelles food. I miss my Seychelles food, man. But the food has been all right, well organized at the hotel. Thank you to Alisa Hotel and the Ghana committee. Enjoyed it. Thank you so much.
And also I wanted to thank all the Ghanaian people because you have a so nice pool. Okay, the weather is a bit warm here, but it's always nice to race in another country in Africa, and I have a lot of respect for you. Guys, thank you very much to welcome us.
In the pool, South Africa were named the best nation in the seniors category after winning 57 medals, which includes 24 golds, 23 silvers, and 10 bronze. Egypt were the second country with more medals, 14 golds, 14 silvers, and 11 bronze, totaling 39 medals. Ghana won 2 medals after Abeku Jackson bagged bronze and silver. Same could not be said in the junior category, as Team Ghana did not win a medal. South Africa and Egypt racked up 44 and 57 medals respectively. In the course of the Open Water Championship, 2 Ghanaian swimmers sustained muscle pull in the swimming pool and they had to be stretched off. The next Ghana African Championship is set to be hosted in Tunisia.
That is your sports for now, but we do have more sports stories on myjoyonline.com. The news continues. I am Thompson.
Now, veteran gospel musician Cindy Thompson has revealed the lengths she went to avoid being victimized politically after her popular hit music Erade Kasa was used by the NPP for its 2000 electoral campaign. The NPP adopted the song for its electoral campaign and the song became even more popular. But Cindy says she was afraid. She spent time with Fifi Forsing on Up Close on The Reason is Jesus on Joy FM over the weekend.
All of a sudden, I was there. My manager called me. Council TV no sheboro kodo. I was so worried. I said, what is going on? Then when I put on my TV and I saw at my Chagbona, the MPP, then I quickly put off the TV. Say,
hey, Marshall,
what is this? My song. Then, in fact, when you think humanly, when I was thinking about, I got afraid. Hey, these party people say, what do you call associative party? And now they can kill you, they can destroy you. So now if I'm everywhere I am, I don't want to show my, when people see you, you resemble somebody I saw in the, no, it's not me. It's my sister. We are twins. In fact, I started lying. God forgive me. We are twins. Can't you see she's taller than me? I started because I was afraid. And watching it even on the TV, I saw something. God revealed something to me. In fact, that really put fear in me. That I saw. Because when I was young, I used to see visions, so many things. So no wonder, that's why I got to know that this is what I will become. That's why the enemy was challenging me with so many things. So I will lose focus and do what will please him. But baby, I made you it.
Hallelujah.
No matter how things are, God is still in charge of his universe.
Please tell me that vision. You want to share?
No. That vision, it has come to pass.
Oh, it has come to pass. Oh, okay.
I didn't know President Kufuor.
Okay.
I didn't know their colors.
Okay.
But I saw it.
Oh, okay.
I saw the blue, white, and red in the sky. And when I watched it on the telly, but I didn't even know. I told my man, I said, come on, and me come on, and then me say,
really?
So when they get, so God, if every single moment, God will show you something for you to know how close He is with you. You know, I don't know how to say it, but how God has made me realize how real, how powerful, how supreme He is. There are so many powers, so many gods, but God of Abraham, God of Isaac, the God who gave Solomon wisdom to rule Israel, that God still exists. He is still in control of his universe. If you search for him, you will.
Very refreshing hearing Cindy Thompson after a very long while, one of Ghana's finest gospel musicians. And that's how we end Joy News today. We thank you for your company, but for more news, do log on to myjoyonline.com. My name is Mama Vios Faboche. On behalf of the production team, we thank you for spending time with us.